Q3 earnings for UPS. UPS beat top and bottom, and the stock price is already up around 3%, trading around $171.95. It beat top and bottom. Unlike the rivals we saw about 2 months ago, FedEx, which also affected a lot of other businesses. UPS is one of the largest logistic company in the world, and for the fact that given the environment that we have, the zero lockdown in China, the supply chain issues, they still beat their earnings, meaning that it tells you the likelihood of this recession is still something that you need to weigh in. Consumer confidence is still high, so people are still moving items from one place to the other, so they beat their earnings top and bottom. Let's have a look at the details of it. Their actual earnings is 24.16 billion, while the estimate is 24.3 billion. The EPS is $2.99, while the estimate is $2.85. So they beat top and bottom. Let's have a look at their website for those who might not understand what EPS does, but I assume that everyone would know that. But let's have a look at the website. Let's have a look at the details of the earning itself, the breakdown. Then we also have a look at the technical chart for price action. I would assume that everyone knows UPS, but you just might find out not everyone, UPS might not be as popular or common in your region, while it might be very common in some other region. Some other places, the likes of DHL and FedEx is what people use mostly, that they know. So UPS is different from that. But then, let's have a look at the website, the details, and the technical chart. Let's have a look. Here is the website for UPS. Based on my region and location, I already set it to Nigeria. Otherwise, you would be asked to select. But then, let's quickly have a look at the website. It doesn't seem that you will see much, but knowing what they do, this is all you're going to get. Quick start tracking to track your shipment, shipping, and services. Let's have a look at services. Under services, we have shipping, tracking, international trade, contract logistic, integrating UPS technology, explore all services, individual shipper, small business. Um, Also, you can sign up there. My UPS, my choice for business. Supercharge your business shipping with total visibility and control when you enable UPS, my choice for business. So you can have time to look at this. Each of the links here will take you to one of the services, and you can actually learn more. This is the investor relation, media relation. For the investor relation, that's what we need to go for the purpose of this video. I already opened that here so we can see. From investor relation is where you also see the link for the Q3 earnings for 2022, but even with the past earnings. But then this is what we have here: the world largest packet delivery company, Q3 2022, 24.2 billion. Q3 consolidated revenue, 22.9 million. Q3 2022 average daily package volume, 10.8 billion. Year-to-date cash flow from operating activities. Reaffirm full year 2022 consolidated revenue and adjusted operating margin and adjusted return on invested capital target. Well, I already click on the presentation, and here we go. This is what we have. Third quarter 2022 earnings call. I must say this is one of the best presentation I have seen in the last years. Apart from some other ones, this is very explicit. Even with the graph, with the chart. I mean, Ken Cook, Investor Relation Officer, UPS speakers, Carol B. Tome, Chief Executive Officer, Brian Newman, Chief Financial Officer. Now you can begin to see, how the presentation looks. Here we have diluted EPS, third quarter 2022 and third quarter 2021. As you can see, third quarter 2022, uh, you have it as $2.96. And the difference is okay. The difference is $2 point 99. So the difference is 0.03 cents. This is for the EPS after the transformation and all that. The gap and non-gap. The way it is being calculated. So the difference is 0.03 cents. And for 2021, the difference is 0.06. But then it is $2.65 and $2.71. Let's move further down. Here we have Carol Bill Tome, Chief Executive Officer. Thank you, Upsas are unstoppable. That's their own, slogan within their system. As you can see, consolidated result gap. This is total revenue 24.161 as of Q3 2022. Q3 2021 is 23.184. So the changes between Q2 2020, Q3 2022 and Q3 2021 is 4.2%. Operating profit is also 7.5%, and the operating margin is 40 bips. Diluted EPS is 11.7. When you look at the adjusted, here is 20 bips, and here is 10.3% and 6.0%, while it's 4.2% for the total revenue. Let's move further down. Moving to the next phase of our strategic framework, building on strong foundation of better, not bigger. Moving faster to grow in our targeted market segment, combining digital solution with our global integrated network, creating a powerful offering of logistics as a service. Customer first, people led innovation. Here we have winning in Europe on time, in transit and visibility advantages, continue to win with SMBS as DAP revenue exceeded 1.6 billion through third quarter. Customer first, net promoter score, innovation driven, core value, and people led. This is their own operating diagram, the way they operate in their system. They're telling you that they put customer first, people led, and innovation driven. Here, extended independent pilot association and aircraft maintenance contract. They have a fleet of aircraft, so they have to deal with a lot of pilot and maintenance issues and maintenance contract staffs, things like that. Created individualized dispatch plans for our drivers in the US. Total service plan improved on time feeder departure arrival 6.5% year over year. Smart package, smart facility in first 101 buildings in the US. Open Harrisburg, PA regional hub. We are ready to deliver another successful peak industry leading service for the last four peaks season, made enhancement to our peak plans, sped up digital hiring process, enabling qualified candidate to receive a job offer within 25 minutes, digital driver helper training so new hires can begin work on day one. Well, that's a fantastic one. Reaffirming 2022 financial target. That means they're still reaffirming their um, um, projected target. So consolidated revenue around 102 billion, 102 billion. Consolidated adjusted operating margin about 13.7%. Adjusted return on investment, invested capital above 30%. And here you have Brian Newman, Chief Financial Officer. Consolidated result, gap adjusted. Total revenue 24.161 for Q2, and as this is gap, there's gap and non-gap. So the Q1 is 23.184. The change is 4.2%. I think we have seen this earlier. So let's move down to the next one.
3Q average daily volume decline. ADV growth rate improved relative to 1H22 as volume from second quarter wins entered the network. Well, here you can see the changes, minus 0.15 percent versus last year. So it's usually between 3Q21 and 3Q22. As you can see, it's declined. Then here you can quickly have a look. Let's quickly have a look at the B2C, which is the business to customer, the ADV year on year, monthly B2B, business to business, ADV year on year. B2B declined 0.5, B2C declined 2.2%. Let's move further down. 3Q revenue increased 8.2% to 15.4. So this is an increase. That was a decrease. 3Q1 revenue and 3Q 22. So this was an increase. Here we have 3Q revenue per piece growth of 9.8%. One third of growth rate increase came from basic pricing. One third was from changes in fuel price per gallon, and one third was from the combination of mix and fuel pricing actions. 3Q profit of 1.7 billion, seventh consecutive quarter of positive operating leverage. You can have a look at this in your own time. Adjusted operating expense increase 7.0. Wages and benefit. I mean, this their presentation is actually very detailed and very nice, and it's also very explicit. Generated operating profit of 1.0 billion. Remain agile and flexed network in response to changing market condition. Revenue per piece increased 6.4%, which included impact from fuel. Okay, we talked about this earlier. Currency negatively impact profit by 82 million. This is synonymous with a lot of companies. The dollar is strengthened, than ever before. The Fed is still increasing the interest rate. Yeah, one has just been increased. There was another increment yesterday of 0.75 basis, making 3.75 basis interest so far this year. That was by Fed. So it affects, in every other region where you do business locally with the local currency. By the time you convert it back to dollar, you have issues. It's same thing with Netflix, also Amazon and the likes of others. Adjusted operating margin of 20.9%, down from same period last year due to the leveraging fixed cost and the impact of a stronger US dollar. Just as I explained, generated operating profit growth and margin expansion. I mean, you can have a look at this in your own time. Revenue of 4 billion, a decline of 2268 million year over year, included a 92 million negative impact from currency. As I explained, forwarding effectively managed by sales spread and continue supporting our customer. Logistic deliver strong top and bottom line result driven by our complex healthcare business. Let's have a look at the technical chart for price action. I mean, you can have a look at this in your own time. On the technical chart, this is a weekly chart, and we start by the market capitalization is 143.62 billion. The shares in float is 724.5 million. Shares outstanding is 868.7 million. The EPS rating is 88. The EPS growth rate is 17%. The PE ratio is 13. 5-year PE range not applicable. Cash flow, you have $15.64, and you have past EPS and the present and 2023 estimate. Now we have it as of today. It is trading $165.70. It is trading 52 weeks. 52 weeks high is 223.72 cents, and 52 weeks low is 154. It is currently trading minus 29% point one off 52 weeks high. So let's have a look at the percentage of ownership. Here we have funds owned 38%, banks 2%. Checklist, Benjamin Graham's 9 out of 13. Let's have a look at Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett is 13 out of 16. Let's have a look at Peter Lynch. Peter Lynch is actually 4 out of 8. Let's have a look at the technical information. It is currently trading below 10 weeks moving average, which is 171, and 40 weeks moving average, which is 188. Currently, this is it. It's trading below the 10 weeks moving average, which is the red line here, and the 40 weeks moving average, which is the black line here. But as you can see, given the environment that we have, given that we're still in bear market and there's still likelihood of going to a recession, is a likelihood, as I mentioned here. I would say we have a period of sideways sideways here, as you can see. Yeah, but then we also have this move, which is a bullish move until when it came down recent. But then we have been slightly I mean we're in bear market, so um, it is synonymous with, I mean, most of the stocks in the market. But the last couple of, let's say 2 3 weeks, because this is a weekly chart, it has been bullish, But as of yesterday, 2nd of November, the Fed, after the Fed announcement of the 0.75 base increase, the stocks, the Nasdaq dropped about 3%, while the S&P about 1.5%, and Dow Jones about 600 points. So as you can see, today being 3rd of November, the market is also in red. So this tells you why this is in red. But let's have a look at the daily chart. Daily chart will give us more information. Well, as you can see, it's actually bullish on a day today, but we have seen, so on a daily chart, it is currently below 15-day moving average and 50-day moving average. Yeah, so and the 15-day moving average is standing here as a resistance, is a resistance here. But before then, we see that this stock has also been trending down, just like many other stock in the market, due to the bear market. And if you can actually see, we have somewhat higher high, higher low, higher higher, higher low. We have a higher high, and we have higher low. So we have been trending down for some time. Yeah, guys, be careful. Do not just go into these stocks without doing your valuation. As I always,
You have seen the technical chart and you have seen the price action. You have seen the detail for the earnings. Look, given the environment that we have, the macroeconomic environment, we are towards the end of the year now, where it's likely to be the busiest part of the year. Christmas is approaching, and New Year. You have a lot of people buying gifts. There will be so much logistic things will move around from one place to the other. So it's even more likely that the next quarter will be better than this quarter. So for logistic company, this is the season. UPS is poised to gain a lot from, they haven't changed their guidance, they haven't said anything about improving on their guidance, but it just means that they might just meet up with the expectation for the fourth quarter. Thank you for watching this channel. As I often say, please do not just invest without doing your valuation. Make sure you use your metric. Don't just say because you know UPS or you have seen this video, you just buy the stock. No, you need to check their website, you need to understand, just as we have done, check the balance sheet, check the cash flow, make sure the numbers are okay. Thank you for watching this channel. We'll continue to produce content that will support your investment journey. Please call again.